What's up, Pokemon trading card game fans? Welcome to episode 91 of the Special Conditions podcast, where our love for Pokemon and collecting collide. Special Conditions is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Thursday, August 5th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Tuttle, and I am joined by my co-host, Ken Pescator. What is going on?
Yo, what's happening, man?
Hey, not too much.
Hey, hey.
I just found a pre-release box at my local GameStop.
Oh.
And a diamond-encrusted Squirtle.
What?
It's a San Diego Comic-Con pop exclusive thing.
Oh, a pop. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. You know, those exclusives do end up turning up in non-exclusive places.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you've got this one. This isn't that.
Well, I was so confused. I walked into work this morning and I could see a line, just like basically a giant crowd in front of Hot Topic, and I'm like, that is kind of strange for this early, you know. So I'm like, I walked over and I just asked what's going on, and they're like, oh, the new pops are releasing. And then somebody was like, yeah, there's they were listing off all the pops, and then they said Squirtle, and I was like, whoa, why wasn't I told about this? So I ran and grabbed it.
Oh, Adam, you're so impulsive.
Yeah, I know. And then I opened the store. It's okay.
Oh, but what do we have going on today's show?
You want to know?
I do.
All right. So the card of the week this week is going to be Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. We'll also be digging into how you can pair it with Inteleon to double up on your water. Boom. Water. The art of the week this week is Snorlax.
I made an executive decision. I was just like, art of the week this week is going to be Snorlax, because I think we either forgot to do our RNG
Number
last week,
yeah,
or I just didn't go back and listen to it. I was like, I want to look at Snorlax cards.
Yes, and we have the details on this Trainers Toolkit number 2.
Yes, this was the best when it first came out.
Yes, it's still the best. I wish I had one sealed, just because it's cool, and it would look cool next to the blue one. The standard format is coming in about a month, so we'll get you ready for that, and some upcoming changes. But yeah, does that sound like a good show?
It sounds like a good show. I'm looking forward to it. All
right, well, let's jump on that high horse. Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. I just want to call it Cali VMAX.
What?
Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. So this thing evolves or Dynamaxes from Calyrex V. It is a water type sitting at 320 hit points for 2 colorless energies. It has Ride of the High King for 10 damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So something like Eternatus, it could do a lot of damage. And if it's another deck and they're going to place a whole bunch of Pokemon on the bench, you can still do a lot of damage. But if they're smart, they're going to keep you at bay. But if they keep you at bay, your horse just eats some more hay. For 2 water energies, you can use Max Lance for 10 damage. And it says you may discard up to 2 energies from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 120 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. Woo!
So 250 damage if you discard 2 energy.
Which is absolutely insane.
I'll take it. I'll take it for 2 energy, but then you gotta get it back though.
Right. But there's Melody. It's one of those two. But long story short, that's a supporter card that you can play, and that will allow you to attach an additional water energy to one of your Pokemon, or one of your water Pokemon, from your hand.
Yes.
So, super sick. It gives it consistency. And, I mean, you can always, keep one in the waiting and have 2 energies on it, then throw a 3rd energy on it, use the Max Lance, discard 2, and then drop another energy the next turn and use Max Lance again, because there's no restrictions. This isn't like, I don't know, one of those moves where you attack and then it says you can't use this attack next turn.
Right.
Which is awesome. It's got a double weakness to metal, and it's got 2 retreat cost. So not bad on the retreat cost end, because you can always use an air balloon or something like that to get it out of the active. And the double weakness to steel, aka Zacian, kind of stinks.
Yeah,
But
well,
it's
you could get caught out there.
yeah,
Like if you get faced with a Zacian, you're kind of up a creek.
you're kind of toast.
So I wanted to look into this card because we hear about the Shadow Rider Calyrex a lot, and for some reason, I'm sure because this is maybe fun to play, I'm just hearing a little bit more about Ice Rider lately. So, when they first came out, it was all about Shadow Rider, or is it still all about Shadow Rider?
It's kind of both of them.
Yeah.
Like they're both, I think, not necessarily equally balanced, but they both are heavy hitters in the current format.
Okay. Okay. So what's the deal with Inteleon? So I know you were playing an Inteleon deck on its own, right? Like, so
Actually,
how
it's pretty much this like very similar to this deck. It's you get out Sobble, and then you evolve into Drizzle, which Drizzle has an ability that lets you search your deck for one trainer card, and
right?
that's supporter or an item or a stadium. So that's huge. So it's super consistent. So you just need a Pokemon search card to go find a Drizzle. And then you go find one, boom, then you've got a supporter card all of a sudden. And then Inteleon, when you evolve into Intelion, he does the same thing, but it has shady dealing. So it allows you to search up to 2. So you can search for the Melody or the Melanie, whatever card it is. Keep yelling at me if I'm wrong. You can grab the water energy with Capacious Bucket. So you can just instantly grab your water energies. You grab 2 of them, grab the Melody, and then you're off to the races. That's a horse joke. Because you can play it, attach 2 energies in one turn, and you're good to go. You could literally power this up in like one turn.
In one turn. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful, and it's very consistent.
Now that's awesome. That's kind of, Pokemon.com put this article together, and they do talk about the speed and consistency of this deck. But they call out something that we'll get into a little bit later in the show, but they call out how with Ice Rider Calyrex being a new release, you're going to have longevity out of using that card. But the format rotation is happening in a month. So it's like, all right, well, how do you run this card now versus how do you run it later? Will things change? And then they show 2 lists. So what's up with Marshadow? How does that help Shadow Rider or Ice Rider Calyrex? And then
so Ice Rider
goes away,
is consistent, but other decks are very fast. So in order to combat that, you're playing Path to the Peak, which stops the abilities from basic Pokemon and GX Pokemon. So it's just the new power plant for
right?
basic Pokemon. And that's going to stop your Crobats, your Dedenys, all that stuff. But Dedenne is obviously going away. But Path to the Peak, you want to win the Stadium War, essentially. And Marshadow kind of helps that. And now with the second list, it's just got a 4th Path of the Peak. It's just heavier with the stadiums because there is no Marshadow. But it's just a ton of Pokemon search. It's a ton of Pokemon search, and you're almost guaranteed. I mean, you are guaranteed either to start with Sobble or Ice Rider V. So it really just comes down to which one you get. You search for the other. Next turn, you evolve into Drizzle, and then you get whatever supporter you need
Start
to
building the supporters, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
But now once things rotate out, I mean, what's the real difference, to running this kind of deck?
There's really no difference at all. You're just kind of it allows you a little bit of a variance in what you can play. Like the new Sword and Shield on plays like a second Professor's Research. It plays Fan of Waves to add to Disruption. It's a deck that is going to last through rotation.
Well, I mean, I'd hope so. The card just came out.
Right? No, but it'll still be good though.
Yeah. No. Well, because I think that on its own merits, like it doesn't necessarily. I mean, outside of Inteleon, it doesn't necessarily need anything else to support it. You know what I mean? Like it seems pretty strong from Jump Street. From the get. So I don't know. I thought, and there's 3 different VMAX versions. There's the regular one. There's an alt secret rare, and then there's the rainbow rare. And then in the V, there's actually 4 versions of it. There's the standard version, there's a promo version, there's a full art, and an alt art. So I'll put all that stuff in the blog so you can check it out. Just check out PokemonProfessor.com, click right on the blog for Special Conditions episode 91, and you can see all the different VMAX cards, all the different V. I'll put Intelion in there, and then you can link to it on TCG Player if you pick up any of those cards using those links. It helps us out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything. Awesome. But no, this is cool, man. I mean, it's like, are you still running the Inteleon? Like on its own?
It's what I have built, yes.
But is the Inteleon that you run this Inteleon, the base set Sword and Shield one? Or is it
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
there's a new one that places damage counters. It's pretty slick,
Right.
but it's not as good and consistent as this one.
Awesome.
Because this one
All
can
right.
still attack. Again, for 2 energies, you're hitting for 120 damage and then 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So if they hide something after you hit it for 250, you can always start sniping the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, you did that to me when we played the other day. It was great.
Yeah, you lost.
All right. All right, so let's talk about Art of the Week. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's rip into some stuff. I've got this last Battle Styles hanger that I've had for maybe 2 weeks now, so I think I'm going to open it right meow as part of our TN Comics pack opening. Everyone, please check out tncomics.com for everything that you need from the TCG. They do pre-orders, they do pack breaks, they do different pack battles, a lot of cool stuff going on over at tncomics.com. If you use promo code FULLHEAL at checkout, you'll get an additional 5% off your total order. Use FULLHEAL at tncomics.com. TN Comics, thank you so much for always supporting the Pokemon Professor Network and Special Conditions podcast. And they send us these great cards so we can open up stuff for you.
I do believe that they have both the new Cali Rider Ice Rider V and the Shadow Rider V boxes in stock, as well as the Marnie boxes. I believe those are either pre-orderable or something. I know they come out tomorrow, so
nice.
Be on the lookout. Those are on the 6th. But yeah, I've seen some Evolving Sky pre-order stuff as well. Just keep an eye on the site. They're always updating it and letting you know. Sign up for their emails.
Nice.
Get some extra coupons.
All right, I got a Battle Styles code here: 6MGZJM7YBXWNN. Good luck, trainers. If you redeem it, let us know what you get. All right, here we go. 4 to the back. All right, we got Fighting Energy, Bruno, Carkol, Pignite, Galarian Mr. Mime, Scatterbug, Yamper, Lickitung, Zubat. My reverse is Single Strike, Mawile. Oh my. Full art, Cheryl trainer card.
Ooh.
Yeah, boy, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's so nice.
I don't have that one.
It looks so good.
I bet it does. I've got a code card.
I'm sending you a picture.
All right, I'll look at it, but I'm going to read off the code card first. XXRW4LPGLMM94. Good luck, trainers. Like Ken said, let us know what you get. We love to see what you pull, even if it's on the TCGO. Fire Energy, Fearow, Heatmore, Phoebe, Gligar, Electabuzz, Baltoy, Honedge, Tepig. My reverse holo is a rare Bronzong and a rare Jellicent. I'm Jellicent of your pull.
You had a delay. I was like, wait, what? Did he get something?
No, it was a green code. Oh no.
All right, man. Well, I got something. I'm very excited. I just sent you a text.
I didn't get it yet. It hasn't come through. I'm waiting on the picture from you. Oh, there it is. There it is.
It looks good, right?
Ooh, now that's fancy.
All right, well, let's get into art of the week now. And like I said, I selfishly chose Snorlax because I wanted to look at some Snorlax cards. And TCG Player did not disappoint. I saw some stuff I had completely forgotten about, like this first one, which is an old Wizards of the Coast promo number 49. It's Black Star, but it was on its own. That's where these things like would stand alone. It's like part of a user submitted art contest. So they would do this like draw your own Pokemon card contest, and the winner gets their art featured. That's what this is. Craig Turvey, who knows where this dude is now, won the illustration contest, and it's a great looking card. It has Snorlax just laying on his back, looks like a dude. It's like me, my silhouette, and a giant Z in the back with Z's coming out of its face, like he's sleeping. I don't know why the Z just does it for me. Like, it's so good.
It looks like the art style of like where the wild things are.
Yes,
that's what I feel, and it's so funny. It's so funny that this card is so old. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess not that old, but it's so old that there's an Eevee sleeping next to it, which I always thought was just a teddy bear until I zoomed in on the picture and actually saw. But it's an Eevee. It's a precursor to the tag team,
which I also feature in this week's Art of the Week, and it's an Eevee and Snorlax GX tag team card. The one I featured is the Sun and Moon promo. So promo 169. You'll know it as soon as you see it. The artist is Tomokazu Kamiya. And this artist does a bunch of the Pokemon Tales, the books, the kids' books. So that's really cool. So you could kind of get this like kids' book vibe from this dude's art. But like, I remember when people saw this, they were like, yo, what's wrong with Snorlax? What's wrong with Snorlax? Like, it doesn't look like any other card I think I've ever seen. It's like a real weird, sketchy drawing that almost looks like it was colored in with crayons or colored pencils or something. But the fact that card from back in the day has Eevee and Snorlax, and now this one is a tag team Eevee and Snorlax, I thought that was really fun. That's why I put those two cards in.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love the art style on this.
The style is bizarre. I don't know. It's as much as it doesn't make sense that it works, it totally works. It's hilarious. The next one, this one is going to be from Rebel Clash. I love this one. I don't know why. It's there's not much to it. It's literally just Snorlax chilling under a tree, reaching up and grabbing some fruit from the tree.
But it sort of looks like he's working out. No, and this looks like somebody.
That's the exercise for the day, reaching up to eat food.
It looks like a photograph. Like it looks like a prize-winning photograph, and Snorlax just happened to be in front of the camera.
So that's interesting you said that, because in the blog that, if you go to, again, PokemonProfessor.com, I put, this looks like a Snorlax that you would find in the wild. Like if you came across a Snorlax, this is it. And it's like, I think just the shadows of the leaves from the tree above it, it just looks very realistic, and it's just so joyous. Like this Snorlax is just so happy. I love it.
Yeah, and you can tell that it's like
farmland
behind it, which is so cool. And it makes you feel like it's what do you say like the northern middle of the country is?
I don't know, the northern middle of the country.
Yeah, that area.
The
Ohio,
Pacific Northwest? Ohio's the Pacific Northwest?
No, Ohio, Indianapolis, like somewhere around there, like where there's farmland. Like that's, I don't know. That's just what it reminds me of.
Well, I thought it was funny that it had the attack collect, and it's collecting some fruit from the tree above it. I like that.
And then collapse, because it's about to collapse too. That's funny. Because this
However,
Pokemon's now asleep.
The fourth card I have here is by far my favorite of the four. And this one is coming from Unbroken Bonds. So, semi-recent set. But it's from artist Kanahe. And this illustrator's only done 4 cards, so 4 cards total. So I thought that was pretty cool. But the art style in this one is amazing. Again, an exceptionally unique art style. It's almost derpy, chibi. I don't even know how to explain it. But it's Snorlax
it's like
chilling
a
on a tree.
Kid's show.
He's got a Torchic chilling on his head and 2 derpy Pikachus hiding behind the tree. I don't even know how to explain it. It's this giant, chunky...
I don't know. I wish this card got more play. I got
funny.
4 of these when I first saw it. I was like, man, big counter is going to be such a good attack. Because for 3 colorless, it does 60 damage. But if your opponent's active Pokemon is a tag team, this attack does 120 more damage.
That's nice.
So it's 180 to any tag team. But that's just not good enough. And I really liked its ability in between turns, heal 10 damage from this Pokemon.
No, the name of the ability, Lazy Eating. So good. So good. But check out the blog. You got to see what this card looks like. It's super cute. It's super adorable. I love it so much. And I don't know. I want to hug this Snorlax. It's a very huggable Snorlax.
I'll hug it for you.
All right, Adam, why don't we take a quick break? When we come back, we can talk about the Trainers Toolkit. We have a very short but amazing email, and we'll talk about the 2022 standard rotation that's going to be happening in a month.
That sounds perfect. I love short emails, especially when they're positive.
It's short, it's positive, it's phenomenal. It made me smile, and hopefully it'll make you smile. But
and I can't wait to find out what's in the Trainers Toolkit too.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, we'll take a little break. We'll be back right after this.
TCG trainers, we are back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for
welcome back.
Giving us that time we needed to take a sip of water and just rehydrate before we dig in even more to this card game that we absolutely love. Yeah, a little housekeeping real quick before we continue. This podcast is powered by Patreon. You can check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 is going to get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCGO prize tournaments. Registration is in the Discord, and we hope to see you there.
Woo, Adam, you're on fire.
I'm on fire. Huge thank you to our gym leaders, Absolutely Ryan, Dig Dug Rob, Grant, Jamal, JD Mojo Jojo, Magikarp Diem, Paul, Sharkfin, Talon, and TN Comics Wiz. As always, special thanks to our executive producer, Tish Smith. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you, Tish.
Yes, just awesome. Amazing. If Patreon isn't your thing, though, there are a few other ways you can help us out. If you're listening to us on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and if you're listening via podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. 5 stars are the best stars. Finally, you can visit our merch store at PokemonProfessor.com/merch and pick up some special condition swag. Yeah, like t-shirts. You could get
and
coffee
pillows.
mugs, pillows. I think you can do a blanket too. Like that's kind of strange.
I think there's wall art.
That's so good. We would need a better design before we had somebody do that. Imagine that, like one of our listeners was like, "I got some wall art.
Yeah, I got some sick wall art."
Listen,
Special conditions podcast logo.
Just go to the dollar store, get a frame, and print out the picture, and then just hang it on your wall. There you go. Perfect.
No, like I think they come like on canvas. Like
yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, that's how they come.
Don't do that. All right, save that money for a pack of cards, okay?
All right, Adam, we got the Trainers Toolkit too. I'm pretty excited about this. When the first one came out, it was the first time I ever had the Denes.
Listen, when it first came out, you got the Charizard League Battle deck, and you got the Trainers Toolkit, and you built a deck from that.
Yeah, I was set.
You were set, and in fact, you still are using that League Battle deck to this day. It's gonna rotate, Ken. What are you gonna play?
I love that deck. I'm gonna play Ball Guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I sent you that. Yeah,
yeah, hell yeah.
I forgot about that.
But
Okay.
why don't you run through the contents here, because we got a little bit of a list.
All right. So PokeBeach.com has released the details on the Trainers Toolkit, which comes out tomorrow, August 6th.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Like we
whoop.
said, the featured promo cards will be Crobat V ×2, Miss Magius, and Sabrina and Bryson tag team trainer, which is cool because we haven't seen those before. I mean, we've seen them in Japan. They showed us those. We never got them.
Yep.
Still want those full art tag teams that we didn't get from Cosmic Eclipse. Please, Pokemon, just put them in something.
Yeah.
But the contents in this Trainer's Toolkit will be 2 air balloons, 2 Big Charm, 2 Bird Keeper, 2 Boss's Orders, 2
Hard
Bruno.
stop. 2 Boss's Orders. This is This is the perfect. They call it a toolkit for a reason. Literally, these are all such usable cards. Continue. I just love it.
Okay. 2 Bruno, 2 Cape of Toughness, 2 Cheryl, just like you pulled.
Yep.
2 Crushing Hammer, 2 Escape Rope, 2 Evolution Incense, 2 Karina's Focus, 2 Leon, 2 Level Ball, 2 Marnie,
2
2
Marnie,
Metal
what?
2 Metal Saucer, 2 Ordinary Rod, and 2 Professor's Research. What I'm most hyped on is the Ordinary Rod, the Level Ball, and what was the other one? Level Ball, Ordinary Rod, and
They're all usable cards.
Escape Rope.
They're all very usable.
Yeah, I just really know that I don't have a lot of those cards. Like, I couldn't find the 4th Scoop Up Net. Right? That's in there, right? Did I ever say that?
Yeah, it's in there. You didn't get to it yet, but it's in there.
I didn't get to that. Okay. I need to scroll down. Comes with 2 Rare Candy, Scoop Up Net, Switch, Telescopic Sight, Turbo Patch, and Quick Ball. So Quick Ball's huge. Scoop Up Net's huge. So there's so many good cards in this. I'm so excited.
Well, you could have 10 different decks and
I have
pull
thousands
cards out of
upon
this.
thousands of trainer cards. But let's tell you what. Apparently, I only have like 6 Scoop Up Nets.
You're switching them out of different sleeves all the time.
Yeah, I had Mad Party built, and now I have to take those out and put something. So it's frustrating. And then Quick Balls, those are always good because you definitely want 4 of those in like almost every deck you build.
Right.
That's maybe every deck you build. And then the following special energy cards, you got 2 Capture Energy, which are good, 2 Coding Metal Energy, 2 Rapid Strike Energy, and 2 Single Strike Energy. Not bad. I mean, I don't necessarily. It's like we just had battle styles, so like I've got those energies, and like Coding Metal Energy really isn't hard to get. Capture Energy, on the other hand, that's the best one.
But Crobat V, right? So let's talk about that for a second. Crobat V is a strong complement to a lot of cards, right?
Yes, we're gonna have that. That's gonna be the Dedenne of this whole entire year. Like coming up, like the whole playing season, if you will. So like from August until next August. So from the whole rotation is gonna have Crobat, yeah. Crobat and Eldegoss will be the two focus points there.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, and $30. So I remember when Trainers Toolkit 1 came out, weren't the Dennes like retailing for like $30 or something?
I think they were 15 each.
And it like came with 2 of them or something. Yeah, it was so awesome. The value was great. And looking at this list, it again, exceptionally usable. I think doesn't it also come with like a stack of sleeves and dice
sleeves, dice, and the special condition markers.
Yeah, so it like comes with a bunch of stuff. I think it comes with like a pack of energy, and I don't know. I mean, for $30, come on. This is definitely a solid value. And if you're in Adam's boat where you've got multiple decks built and you don't want to transfer, cards from one deck to the other, you want, keep them in their own deck. This is a perfect way to just pick up on some key cards that you're going to want to run.
Perfect. You should pre-order one at tncomics.com.
There you go. Use code FULLHEAL at checkout. All right, Adam,
sure.
I have a long email for you. I'm lying. It's a short email. It's from Isak Sandberg. I hope I'm saying that right. It just says... It's Isaac, but there's only one A. So I originally thought it was Isaac. I don't know. Isaac with one A. Okay, we'll go with that. It says, "Why are you so good? P.S. I love the Special Conditions podcast." That's it.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just because we love what we're doing.
Oh,
we love the card game. We love playing it, and we love collecting it. So I guess I understand it.
Yeah.
And that would be the response. But we appreciate the love.
Yeah.
Thanks for writing in.
That was great. That was a smile-inducing email when I read it. I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much." But Adam, let's talk about this rotation. And I think, this is something that it has been happening forever, of course. But they're kind of changing the way they do it with the letter markings on the cards. We'll get there in a second. But if you're unfamiliar with how format rotations work, Pokemon every year will rotate older sets out of competitive play to keep the format fresh and up to date. And this can impact you like in a couple different ways. Cards that have been dominant and popular over the last year can cause a major shakeup when they get rotated out. And on the other side of that, new strategies, new builds, new lists will all be developed in the next couple months as new cards and mechanics are released. Now, for 2022, the format is going to run Sword and Shield forward, so it's real easy. So all the Sun and Moon stuff is gone. That also means no more Fairy. Like, Fairy is officially out. There will be
It's out of here.
It's out of here. There will be no Fairy energies run in standard format after the rotation in a month. So that's pretty wild.
Well, I think you can still use the Fairy energy.
No.
You can't?
There's no Fairy cards in Sword and Shield.
Yeah, but I think you can still put the basic energy in.
What are you going to use it on? Colorless?
Colorless. It just looks nice. Put it in a Blissey deck.
Oh, it's so funny. But I mean, it means a lot of popular cards are going to get rotated out. So I have the question for you, Adam. Like, let's talk about ADP. Like, ADP has been, I don't know,
an insane dominant force for so long.
Like, how is this going to feel? Like, is this going to be great?
It's going to feel so good.
ADP goes away?
It's going to feel so good that people just can't take multiple prizes in one turn.
And I don't know if it's just a TCGO thing, but man, I would run into ADP a lot. Like a dumb amount. So I for one am pretty happy this is going away. I don't know about you.
I am so happy. I am so thrilled.
But cards from all the Sun and Moon stuff, so like Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, Hidden Fates, Cosmic Eclipse, bye, all going away.
Yeah, all the tag teams, all the GXs.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But I mean, what do you think? Like, what's going to be the big shakeups? Like, you're more in tune with the competitive side. Outside of ADP, what else is going to go away that you think will have an impact on popular decks?
Mewtwo and Mew GX, the tag team.
Okay. Yep.
Same thing with Melmetal, because that's been, people have been riding the Luke Metal train forever too. So that's gonna go away. Mewtwo and Mew is gonna go away. So a lot of like the fire boxes, because those relied on Charizard and Braixen GX and Charizard Reshiram GX. Yeah, there's just a lot of different decks, because even like the Rillaboom, like the box, would utilize Mewtwo because it would have GX Pokemon that it could throw out and then get energies, and you're gonna miss. You can't now you can't use Rowlet Executor tag team, so you can't just evolve straight up into Rillaboom. You actually physically have to use Rare Candy or evolve turn after turn until you get to Rillaboom.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of decks get messed with.
But like mechanically, like, every rotation there's usually like one or two trainer cards that goes away. That's a popular mechanic. Like before Boss's Orders came out, it was like, what will be the new Lysander? What will be the new N? Like, are there any mechanic driven trainers or anything that are going away that still don't have
the tag team trainer cards? Those
I
ones are
guess you're
going
right.
away, so
Yeah, I
you
guess
can't
you're right.
use
Yeah.
tag call to go search for them. I know Dedenne GX is going away, so that's going to be a huge hit for a lot of like the speed decks, aka like Mad Party and stuff like that. I'm trying to think of what other trainer cards that are like super important to the format.
It's just like functionally, like, I remember, I forget what it was. I mean, like even before like Pokemon Catcher, you know what I mean? Like there was you have to find replacement cards that do the same or similar if you want to keep your deck running the way it already does. So it's like, you have to do some recipe building, but TCGO is really good for this because it automatically will tell you if a card is eligible or not. So this is, use your TCGO to kind of build some stuff up and practice. But, this happens every year. It's the inevitable. And, they go on to talk about, in this Pokemon.com article that the regulation marks, the letters D or E that you see on the bottom left of the cards. So the D or E is what determines that this is going to be a standard format card. So for 2022, D and E are the regulation marks, and if they release like an F or whatever going forward, those will also be eligible. But D and E are the regulation marks that will carry you through the 2022 rotation. And then, like I said, Fairy is done. No Fairy Energy at all going to be in the standard format. And then they do mention Expanded, which I don't ever touch, but everything is remaining unchanged in regards to Expanded. Black and White forward, the ban list is still posted online. So, all that stuff stays the same. But I don't know, man.
There's a lot of trainers that like that don't necessarily matter because the things that they target are going away. Like Chaotic Swell will be missed because that was like a nice counter stadium that you could throw one in and it counted as two essentially. Because if they played one, they'd have to use it again to discard. They'd have to use one to discard it.
Yep.
But cards like Cherish Ball, which went and searched for a GX, can't search for a GX anymore. And then Great Catcher. So you discard 2 cards and then grab a GX Pokemon. That's gone. Those are some that impacted the format. You had Giant Hearth. That impacted the fire decks.
I ran that with the Charizard Reshiram.
Even Rosa was good for evolution decks because something would get knocked out. You're allowed to go search for a trainer card, rare candy, a basic energy, and I think a Pokemon. Yeah, so you'd be able to go like search for Rillaboom, rare candy, evolve it. You getting rid of U-turn board. That was a nice one.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cards. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards, but I mean,
we're also going to have a lot of new cards that.
Yeah, I believe Lily's Pokédoll, stuff like that. Like just a lot of cards that, like control decks used. So now they're just gonna have to find a little bit different ways to play, essentially.
Yeah. Well, you have to, you have to rework the deck. That's the beauty of it. It stays fresh. If you want to maintain standard format, you have to keep up with the Joneses. You have to update and modernize every year. So very, very cool. But Adam, a little bit of a shorter show, but I think that's it.
I know we think that that's it, but there's one thing we still have to do, and that's get the random number generator.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that for next week. I'll make a note of it this time.
Okay, so you don't want me to get one for this week?
No, do it. I'm going to write it down.
Okay, hang on one second. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Urshifu Single Strike.
Okay, I guess there can be enough cards with the variants, right? Because there's V and VMAX.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so. You can email us like Isaac did today at info@specialconditionstcg.com. You can check out everything that's going on with the show at specialconditionstcg.com. Our feed is also there, so you can listen there as well. And check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything we have going on with the show. and network. And if you want to listen or leave us a voicemail or a text, you can, 732-835-8639. But Adam, I think that's all the rigmarole.
All right, trainers, remember, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal.